like that. It's not the one I carry when I'm not at work. And you know, one of the things is it's a $30 knife. It's a great knife. It's a $30 knife. Okay, you see that in the items like the liner lock that I just showed you. Now look at the size difference on this one. Look at the jimping that they did on that liner lock. See how much sturdier and thicker that looks? And that makes a difference, because any pressure you put on the back of the blade, the spine of the blade, is going to go directly against that liner lock. You want to make sure that's secure so you don't cut your fingers off. Well, that about wraps up our review portion for the Kershaw Ken Onion Blur. I hope you have enjoyed it. Just some closing thoughts here before I go and before we do some cutting test. I wanted to tell you that I think this is a great EDC, everyday carry knife. It's a great little tactical folder. It is made in the USA. Please support products that are made in the USA. I'm not trying to offend our foreign viewers, our foreign audience, but guys, support the country that you live in, support the country that you work in. If you live in Canada, support Canadian-based products. You know, God bless. But for an American, for me, to see an American-made product is great. It's really fantastic. I can't talk about it enough. I'm a big supporter of Kershaw because their products are made in the USA. And I would definitely buy this. I would definitely recommend this knife. Great everyday carry tactical folder. Now let's get on to some cutting test. We're going to do some cutting test with the Kershaw Ken Onion Blur tactical folder here. So what I've got first, you know, everybody loves to slice off the little pieces of paper, so we're going to do some of that for you. This thing is directly out of the box. I have not sharpened it. This thing is razor sharp. And I'm just gonna chop off some of these. You know, once again, the Sandvik steel, they actually use in razor blades and industrial razor blades. So this thing is super sharp. I keep hitting those serrated edges. That's what's giving me trouble there. But this thing, very sharp, directly out of the box. And we're on to some, let's cut some polypropylene rope. Got some polypropylene rope here, and I'm just going to grab it. We'll start at the serrated edges, and then you're going to see just how it goes through this stuff like butter. I mean, it's there, it's right through this stuff. Let me try to do some push cutting here, and hopefully I don't damage the surface. So here's my rope, and I can just push right through it. It cuts right through that rope. I'm just pushing down on the blade. I'm not even moving it. Not moving the blade at all. It just pushes right through. This thing is sharp. And I'm trying to film this without cutting myself. This is an extremely sharp knife. Let's show you that again. There's no movement whatsoever. I'm just going to push down through that rope. No movement whatsoever. I'm just going to push right down through that rope. And that rope is cut. Let's go on to something else. People always cut. A lot of manufacturers cut this. The old zip tie. Let's see how we do here. In fact, let's do 2 zip ties at the same time. So I got through one. Here's the second one. Cut right through. Let's try to push cut through one of these guys. I might have to slide that a little bit. Oh, no, I guess I didn't. So even push cutting through the zip ties, pretty easy with this knife. So it's a great knife. Here's the rope again. Right through it. I've got some jute twine here. Cut some jute twine. We love the Survival Reviews crew loves jute twine. We've got tons of this stuff everywhere. It's great for building shelters, temporary shelters. It's much more cost effective than the parachute cord is. Great thing to have on hand. In fact, you can even twist this up, fray it a little bit, and it makes great tinder. You're starting a fire. But you definitely have to have something sharp to cut through it. It's pretty sturdy, pretty durable. Alright guys, so that concludes some of our little chopping test, cutting test with the Kershaw Ken Onion Blur. This is a great EDC tactical folder. We highly recommend it. Thanks.